So, you want to roll a joint. Today, Jedi Mind Prick is going to bring you 5 easy steps on how to roll a joint. Stay tuned. Alright, what is up guys, Jedi Mind Prick here. Today, I'm going to bring you a how-to video. Now normally I don't like doing educational videos or educating anyone on any type of topic, but considering the fact that I love cannabis, we're going to go ahead and roll into it today. Anyways, so what I got set up here is I got my other camera set up. I'm going to give you a close-up on what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm going to give you 5 easy steps on how to roll a Jedi joint. Stay tuned. Okay, what is up guys? I got my other camera set up here, a little close up on what I'm doing here. So we're just going to jump into step 1. Alright, step 1, vapors. Now, these are my favorite to use. They're unbleached raw hemp organic papers. Now, you don't have to be really picky. Everybody's got their own preference. No, I'm not sponsored. No, I'm not paid by Raw. I'm using this purely for references. This is what I use on a daily basis, and I recommend them too. They're really great. They don't take away from any of the flavor, any of the quality to your buds or anything, and they're very, very thin, very, very light. So yeah, step 1, get some papers. Alright guys, so step 2, we're just going to dive right in. Essentially, you want to break up your quality nug. I got some Master Kush here. And you just want to break it down. You don't want to break it down too much. You don't want to break it down too little either. It's not going to smoke right. Essentially what it comes down to as well is the consistency of the weed. Now if it's too dry, you're going to get runs in your paper while you're smoking it. If it's too wet, it's not going to smoke right. You're just going to be... Anyways, so yeah, thank goodness we have the power of technology on my hands, so I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me break it down. We're going to go ahead and, here, let's see if I can do this. Ready? Alright guys, so yeah, I went ahead and broke down my weed. Like I said, I wasn't going to bore you guys with those details, but essentially, if you look at it, it's good consistency. You know, it's not too broken down. There's no large chunks in it. There's definitely no freaking stems in it, so I can't stress that enough. It's more than likely just gonna poke a hole through the paper or taste really, really bad burning inside the joint. So on to step 3. Alright, so step 3, you're going to want to bring out your papers and essentially just load in your ground down herb, medicine, ganja, green, Mary Jane, grass. Alright, so however you want to put that, just go ahead and load it in the paper here. And you see a lot of people kind of like rolling up the paper and scrunching it up and stuff like that. I don't see the point in that. There's a nice little groove that the paper kind of comes in. The leaf is pre-folded, so you really don't have to mess with it. Also makes kind of a nice little boat to hold your cannabis in there. So along with step number 3 is kind of shaping and forming the joint. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold my fingers like that, essentially kind of 3 like that on each side. Just kind of cup it like that. What it does is allows the paper to kind of structure the weed, hold the weed in place while you kind of shape it a little bit. Now I don't tuck it down to both ends, and that's just simply because as you're rolling it, it kind of wants to roll out the ends. So if you leave it, leave like a 1/2 inch gap on each side, it tends to work out okay. Okay, so once you have your weed kind of shaped and formed the way you want it, we're going to move on to step 4. Okay, so step 4 is probably the most difficult part of these section of these steps, I should say. It's what I like to call the tuck and roll. So bear with me here. I'm gonna try to get as close in. Let me see if I can focus this a little more too. I don't know if I have. Sorry, autofocus ain't working today. Anyways, so yeah, just kind of gonna tuck it so it's nice and formed now, kind of in the shape you want it beforehand. So right here is the tricky part. Okay. Gonna kind of take my fingers in there and press it down a little bit on top. Now that's just so I can get a good tuck here at the top. Okay. Now I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but you're gonna want to push your fingers in the middle first. I can't stress that enough, because if you don't, you're gonna have pregnant looking joint here, and it's going to smoke all funky towards the middle. So go ahead and press it just like that in the middle, and take your thumbs and kind of start to straighten them out on the ends. All right, and that's just to kind of get it formed nice and pressed in there, so when you do the roll, which I'm just about to show you, the weed doesn't start to fall out like it's kind of doing. Anyways, so go ahead with the roll. Once you got it nice and tight in there, once you got your fingers, like I can move this around anywhere. Let's go ahead with the roll here now. This isn't necessarily too hard, but it can be difficult, especially depending on the consistency of the weed. If your weed's drier, this is going to be the hard part because it's not going to stay in place. This is really fresh master kush. Anyways, so let's go ahead with the roll, and you're going to see me kind of tuck. Okay, so it's tucked in there already. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's already tucked. Okay, it's already tucked. It's going to take some practice, guys. It's going to take some practice, all right, which is step 5. But anyways, go ahead and roll it. Okay, you're almost to the end now, almost to the end. All right, so now this is the fun part. Cue the romantic music. No, I'm just kidding. But go ahead and lick it. Not too much, not too little, guys. Come on. Okay, just nice, even, and just go ahead and continue the roll. Okay, and you're gonna want to make sure that the gum sticks to both sides, guys, or sticks to the whole joint there, guys. And go ahead and twist the end here, just like that. Okay, twist one end. Kind of use that to shape it too, just in case there's any pockets or anything. Or kind of push up and twist at the same time. Just make it nice and tight down there. Okay, and now you got the opened other end. Okay, now this is the optional step 5 part. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it in here. Anyways, not everybody uses one, but this is, like I said, optional. But at this point, you could insert a crutch or just kind of twist the end up a little bit there for a mouthpiece and spark it up. Now the optional step 4.5 to 5, if you will. Use a crutch. Now you can really use any type of thicker kind of paper material. I do recommend using the raw kind of flap here on the joints. So what I'll do is I'll just twist off a good chunk here, just like that. Okay, just like that. Nothing crazy. Try to get it as uniform as you can. Now with the crutch, you're gonna want to fold, okay, and then fold it back. So you're gonna have like you're gonna have a little bit of a, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like an accordion. Okay, it's kind of hard to see this fucking zoom, but it's like a little accordion. Okay, and then go ahead and just roll it up. Try not to make it like too square or anything, and you're gonna want to roll it smaller than your actual mouthpiece here. So let's see if I can't get this sucker in here. I accidentally added the little mouthpiece already, but yeah, and the reason being you want to roll it as small as possible. So you can, sorry guys, just gonna want to stick it in there, okay, and just kind of shove it in there a little bit, press down that top. No worries, the crutch is gonna help it smoke even better, even if it's a little tightly packed. I could just kind of take my finger, push it in there, okay, just kind of make that paper like expand within the mouthpiece, and there you go. There you have it. Perfect, smokable, straight, not pregnant joint. Alright guys, there you go. Jedi Mind Prick here, and this is a Jedi joint. Alright guys, if you like my how-to video on how to roll a Jedi joint, go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you would, please. That'd be fantastic, and stay up.